say, there's a very clever man with some very clever equipment here. This is Sam from SJ Design, and he's here to scan the V10 M3. That looks magical. Just like a baby scan, that's what Jay said.
Well, it is your big baby.
That's it. Well, yeah, according to Jay, this is my massive pig baby.
Yeah.
You can shut up. Oh, it's looking awesome. So what's the, obviously I can see that there's a flashing light. I guess it's bouncing back at different measurements and creating that on the screen, is that right?
Yeah, so it's a structured light scanner over a laser scanner.
Yeah.
Because, being a startup, the price point of these is a lot more affordable.
Yeah.
50 grand, so.
Is that how much the laser scanners are?
Yeah,
Oh my
so.
God. Yeah. So you, recent startup you mentioned, what is it that you normally do?
Yes, I've been working in the automotive industry for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So decided to do things that are a little bit more fun.
Oh, excellent. Like creating the world's most complex, difficult 10-into-1 exhaust system.
Yeah, I don't know how I've managed to get myself in for this, so.
Well, thank you very much. It's you know, I fully appreciate the level of challenge you've taken on here. And yeah, I think the idea of this, being able to design it, to scan it, get all your data and design something on the screen that's equal length, it might end up with slightly better results than me and Jay hacking up bits of pipe, I hope.
Yeah, it should be a good project.
Excellent. So how long does something like this take, do you think, the actual scanning process?
Hopefully half a day.
Okay, excellent.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And is this a particularly difficult car to scan, do you think? Or?
The space limitations are the main thing on this one.
Hence why I think we're going to be, after you've finished this scan from the top and bottom, we're probably going to have to remove the engine, I guess, to scan the actual engine itself.
Yeah, possibly.
And get the ports in the right place, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, well, Jay and we're well used to that, aren't we, Jay? We've had this. Yeah, what do you reckon? We've probably done it, I don't know, we've got to have done it 15 times in.
Done it a few now.
In the last 3 months or so, haven't we?
Done it a few.
So I reckon, yeah, engine out in about 20 minutes as soon as you let us know.
Yeah, no worries.
Excellent.
Go warm yourself up for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
It's not too bad so far.
Excellent. So what are the limitations of this cheaper method of scanning then?
Mainly the light, so it struggles with natural light usually, and really shiny surfaces. So you can see in the model that it's missing part of the valve covers just there.
Oh, I see, because they're kind of more polished.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Where we've
so
done the modification on them.
Yeah, it's struggling a little bit with that, but that's not too bad. So yeah.
Is there anything we can do to help? Is something we can spray on it? I think I've seen that on some videos.
Yeah, you can spray dry shampoo of all things.
Excellent.
And that works really well. But
okay, it's just a matting agent to stop it reflecting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, cool. No, that's looking pretty decent already, isn't it? Look, that's like sort of 5 minutes of going. Yeah. And you keep going over stuff and it'll pick up more and more as you go along.
Yeah, so you can pause the scan, restart as you like, it'll find its tracking again, and it'll just scan over. Yeah, just gets more and more detailed as you go.
Brilliant.
Somewhere now, so
that's mad, the detail that it is managing to pick up.
Yeah, the resolution on it's really good, so talking probably sub 0.5 mil on that. That's just on a rapid scan as well, so could go even further with that.
Yeah.
Could put tracking dots all over it, but the setup takes far longer than the actual scan.
Right, and you're confident that you don't really need that level to do what we're doing?
No, not particularly.
I guess the fact that we can whip the engine out and you can get that scan and then blend the engine into what you've got here, the data from the top and references, it should all work out nicely.
Yeah, it should be fine.
So how much more do you need to do from the top here then, you think?
If we take the front panel off,
yeah,
and then we'll scan the front, and then we should be alright.
Jay!
Are we ready?
You having fun there, mate?
I think the relay was just wired up wrong.
Ah,
after all that. I was going to check it, but I'm pretty sure that's all it was.
After
about a year of having a battery drain that drains it in about less than a day.
Yeah, basically since we did the engine, the new crank in it, since we
did the crank, yeah?
Since we put a new crank in this, yeah, we've had this horrible battery drain problem, where every time we come to it, even though it's got 2 huge brand new batteries in it, you'd leave it for about 3 days, it'd go flat, wouldn't it?
I think yeah, it's just...
yeah.
Got most of the top section done. Picked up a few errors in this area. And along the front of this slam panel.
Yeah.
So we'll chop that out. We'll do that now.
And those are difficult because it's just doing it in thin air basically, and it's got no real reference for flatness. Did you say?
No. So on sections like this, it does struggle a little bit, just because there's not a lot of complex geometry for it to pick up on. So the way around that is tracking dots.
Okay.
So we'll cover this in tracking dots, and that should fix our problem.
Literally just stick on
dots.
reference dots.
Yep.
Oh, brilliant.
Just for the machine to pick up on.
Yeah, some of the detail in that's mega. And yeah, the reason why this is kind of really important, obviously because of its proximity to the collectors here, and this is one of the big constraints with the design, I guess, isn't it, of like how stuff is going to pass through here with enough clearance there and there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room anyway, so the more detail we can get the scan, the better for the design side of it. So yeah, every little helps in this scenario.
Yeah.
Now,
So it doesn't like that sticker, does it?
Nope.
Do you want to peel it off?
No, I think it's gone past it now, so it should be okay. So is that dot 1 that I can see? Yeah. Oh, I can see them, yeah.
So it's using them as reference points.
Yeah.
So it doesn't lose tracking. It's just acting as a whole.
Has it got confused again?
It's still not living life.
That's just incredible to me that it can scan something as complex as the engine in like quite fine detail, but a flat panel like that,
yeah,
it struggles with. Pause.
Just check that first.
Cool.
I don't think it's liking it.
Well, it doesn't look like it's got a bend in it this time.
No. I think it's a bit longer than it should be though.
Oh, right.
Looking at that from that point, which is at the end of the engine, which it shouldn't be. So it's extended that a little bit. Try again.
One of the other cool things that we've got going on in 3D land at Driftworks is it is printing pretty much 24 hours a day headbands to hold splash guards for PPE, for the protection. They basically hold the clear plastic splash face guard things, and it's all the headbands that hold those. And it's basically to help key workers who they're not going to get this PPE first because they're not considered front line. So I guess it's like second, third line, people like the fire service, mental health service and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just doing a tiny little bit because we've got the machine sitting here doing nothing otherwise to help, and these will be donated locally in the Birmingham and Solihull area. So it's still struggling to pick this panel up properly, so we're going for a few more stickers, and I've just covered up the collectors because basically these being all the same, did you call it ghosting? It basically doesn't know whether it's looking at one of the runners or the other.
Yes, so it's like when you're playing Gran Turismo and you're running a ghost sim, it sort of does that, and it loses tracking,
right.
So it's not giving an accurate reading or an accurate scan.
So hopefully by sort of putting the cloth over those and a few more stickers here,
we should be fine.
Get it. And we've also decided that dropping the bonnet down a little bit as low as we can to shield the light from, because the skylights are quite bright here and they're possibly causing problems here. We decided that might help as well.
Fingers crossed.
So we've whipped the front end off now to get a more detailed scan of certain areas, and it's looking really posh.
It's not looking too bad so far.
Alternator.
See how it deals with them collectors.
So that's the engine out. Oh, this is good stance going on there, Sam. So just picking up the fine details of my crusty E46.
It's not that crusty.
No, it looks a bit rough around the edges because we haven't finished the engine bay, but
we can now.
I guess that's probably on the list, isn't it?
That's next week, I think.
Yeah, excellent. Oh yeah, that's really starting to make a complete picture of probably like 20 million reference points, yeah?
Yeah, 4 million so far.
4 million, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Well, at least you got an engine bay for E46 in stock after this.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's perfectly square.
Well, yeah, like look at we've had to fill in a hole for where the steering column did go, and we've made our own anti-roll bar brackets, haven't we, on it?
Oh yeah,
so, no, don't use this for anything else. You're not telling me you're actually working on a Nissan at Driftworks?
With a turbo as well. SR20, my favourite of all the things in the world.
Oh, you're so respectful of SR20s. You speak so highly of them.
Yeah. For a reason.
Yeah. What have you just been doing for me?
Turbo manifold gasket, as you have to get used to if you want to use an SR20.
Yeah, this has actually not been touched since my last Rockingham practice day, where the turbo almost literally fell off.
At least it didn't rattle the bottom end. Well,
it might not have. We haven't started it yet.
Oh yeah, fair point.
I did carry on. So yeah, I basically just took out the gasket completely, bolted it together face to face, but I kept having to every time I came in, having to tighten it up. So yeah, I've just got an actual gasket put back in by the professional mechanic Jay.
Professional amateur.
Along with some posh washers that I bought. I can't even remember what they're called. Can you remember?
They're called
M10 washers.
M10 locking washers.
No, there was something Nordic lock or something like that, was it?
I don't know.
It was something. It's something like that anyway. But
they're quite fancy. They're like a two-piece thing that locks together inside. If I just break this one.
Yeah.
With a.
Cool. Well, hopefully it stays on for...
I don't think they'll be as good as the good old T25 hammer round flanges, because
they were pretty good.
They were the best thing.
Yeah. If you actually did them properly and used new ones every time, particularly, but yeah.
They were probably only about 50 quid each from Nissan.
So yeah, this is back together, hopefully. Not for anything in particular, just because it's been on my list in my head for whatever that is now, 4 months, 3
You're
months.
going to the 86 one day.
Yeah, well, yeah, the 86 is still inside the trailer, inside here.
What, tracks?
Yeah, from tracks where I set it on fire and lost all brakes. So yeah, that's next on the list of things to do when we've got a moment pause on the V10, I guess. So that's the chassis complete.
Yep.
Happy with that, and that's looking even more detailed. That's crazy. And now just onto basically a separate scan of the engine that you're going to kind of be able to just integrate simply into the main drawing.
Yeah, it should pick up geometry and fill that in with even more detail. So
brilliant.
I did scan a bit more of the top of the engine, because it looks pretty nice. So you can see there.
Yeah, there's some detail in that now, isn't there?
Yeah, there's plenty to go at, so should be able to do a nice design for you.
Excellent. So you're just going to have a look at the collector just quickly?
Yeah, just a quick scan, just to add a bit more detail to the collector.
So we just hung that up on the car here, and then you'll also see something else hanging up. If we've got time, which how's it looking?
Yeah, we should have time.
So yeah, the thing that we've been basically battling with, re-welding, cutting, re-welding, cutting, re-welding, cutting. Yeah, I think it's about time we considered making that tube frame version that we've been talking about in probably at least 3 or 4 episodes, I think.
Might be a little bit nicer,
yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, going to give that one a scan and come up with some kind of design, and probably get you to just make that bit for me.
Yeah.
I'm one of your amazing fabricators.
Yeah, we should be able to do.
Because we're fed up with looking at the fucking thing. So as you can see, I've sprayed with some zinc etch primer just to matte it up, basically. Does it appear to be grabbing it?
Yeah, just on a preview at the minute. Okay. Wobbling a bit in space.
It is a little bit, isn't it? Yeah.
So I'll let
nobody breathe.
Especially on each other.
Oh yeah, especially on each other. Especially you dirty pig.
Alright. Hope you're talking to the engine.
Yeah, no, that's not breathing for a while yet.
No.
We need some fantastic manifolds, not headers,
manifolds.
To make that breathe properly. It does look like a big engine when you look at this perspective, with a little J behind it.
Exactly, it's a big fat pig.
We've had to reset onto a set of ladders here because we couldn't stop it from swinging. It was penduluming a little bit. So yeah, stick it on something solid-ish for now. Hopefully be a little bit more precise. Unless the floor's wobbling. Yeah. Just trying to get the final details in that.
Yep. Almost
Being a bit of a bastard.
Just a bit.
This is supposed to be the simple thing.
The simple bit, yeah. Yeah, that's picking them up. So.
And just got those final holes.
Yep. Should be good at that.
Oh, wicked. Excellent.
With half a step as well.
Yeah. Yes, you said we can, start creating fake versions of these steps.
Sure, there's a market for them.
Yeah. So is that basically? Do I dare say that's done?
Yeah, I think that's done.
All right. Well,
I'm going to call that done.
I'm going to give that a big thumbs up, and thank you very much. That is.
Yeah, no worries.
It's fantastic to see. Yeah, thank you very much for popping in, Sam, and everybody should check out Sam's Instagram, which is here, and Have you got a website yet?
Yes, it should be done. I'm hoping so.
It takes a week or so for these videos to come out, so yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for watching. Do give us a like and check out Sam on Instagram and his website, please. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, because hopefully future episode coming up showing the 3D design that Sam comes up with, and I guess somewhere down the line, not too distant future, we'll hope to have some of this manufactured and start getting it bolted up onto the car. Yeah, thanks very much. We'll see you next time.
At Driftworks, we've helped over 50,000 happy customers since 2004. Our huge online parts store is simple to use, with superb shipping rates to anywhere in the world, and finance options available for UK customers. We live and breathe wheel fitment, so if you have any questions about your own car or any of our products before placing an order, please drop us an email at shop@driftworks.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching.